Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Quarter Life Creative. My name is Gretchen, and today we're going to be talking about how to deal with a job that you absolutely hate. Now, I've been there before, obviously. I would hate going to work. I work as a nurse, and I would hate waking up early and going to work and just dealing with all the work stresses and all these demands of people. And sometimes I would get really anxious the night before I work because I just am not ready to deal with all this annoying stuff happening around me and being out of control and just having to put out fire after fire after fire at work for 12 hours straight. So I've been there before, but I have found empowering ways to perceive and interpret my work situation and what I do as a nurse that makes me feel so much more empowered and makes me enjoy my job a lot more. And I didn't have to get another job. I didn't have to go out and find a different place to work. I was able to find satisfaction and find my passion again exactly where I was without having to really change anything external. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about and show you guys how you can do. So, why do we often hate our jobs? And I kind of discussed this already. We hate our jobs because the interpretations of the things that we have to do associated to work are negative and they cause us pain. And there's nothing wrong with this because we interpret lots of things in the world as negative, like child abuse or terrorism as negative, and we don't have to change that. But what we can see is our interpretation of that situation is causing us the bad negative feelings that we might feel. So, for example, we might interpret the tasks that we're assigned to do at work to be overwhelming, boring, useless, stupid. We can interpret the people that we work with. So, our coworkers, managers, bosses, clients, customers, patients, whoever you're dealing with, you're interpreting them as annoying or they have negative intent towards you and they actively are trying to put you down. and we can also think of ourselves and how we interpret ourselves and our capabilities in our job. So, for example, we may feel like we're not smart enough or social enough or just not good enough to do what we're supposed to be doing and to get the results we want in our careers. And lastly, we interpret our purpose as being meaningless. So sometimes when we get really fed up with our jobs, we at the end of the day say, you know what, all I do is deal with angry customers all day. All I do is wash dishes. All I do is meet the demands of my boss, whatever it is. And we make it meaningless for us in our purpose. So that's why we feel so distraught about going to work sometimes. That's why we hate it. Because all these things that we're doing that's associated with a job, we are interpreting them negatively, which is causing us pain. And so the source of our pain is not in these things. They are not the source of why we feel bad. The source of our pain is in our interpretations of those things, of the meaning we assign the people we work with or the things we have to do or ourselves and our purpose in that situation. That is what's causing us the pain, not the things around you. And this is how you can transform your career and your job wherever you are right now without having to do anything external other than just internal work. So I'm going to give you an example of how I apply this to my job, my career as a nurse. So I was coming in for my shift and I was receiving report on a patient who everyone was telling me was super difficult to work with. She was non-compliant. She was really needy. She asked a ton of questions and they just were saying all these things that made me feel really stressed out before I'd even met the patient. And I was like, you know what? This isn't going to ruin my day. I'm not going to let all what these people are saying ruin my interactions with this patient and ruin my day and stress me out. So I decided to put aside those things that were said about her and go into the situation with a clear and open mind. So when I went into the room and I started to talk to her, I realized that she's not doing this to be mean or to be difficult. She's doing this because she is so intensely frightened of being in the hospital and not knowing what's going to happen to her, what her results are, when is she going to go home, when is she going to be able to see her family, and all that is just worrying her like crazy. So of course she's going to act that way. And unfortunately, a lot of people have responded to her in a negative way. So it's just causing her to cycle into this being difficult patient and being needy. So I decided to perceive her and interpret her in a different way, in a way that caused me more joy, and in a way where I could be of use and of service to her. So when I realized the source of her anxiety and why she was acting in this way, I was able to reach inside with my own compassion and feel motivated to help her, because that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about. I love working with people who are anxious. And so I used my own passion and what I love to do to reach this woman. So throughout my entire 12-hour shift with her, every time that she called, every time I had to go into her room to do something to give her medication, I never dreaded it. I actually felt really excited to do it because I thought it was an opportunity for me to practice my own skills as a nurse and as a coach. And at the end of the day, I managed to get her into a better feeling state, and I went home and I felt so good about myself. I felt proud of what I had been able to accomplish, and I felt so successful in reaching this woman and helping her feel a little bit more comfortable and safe in the hospital. And there's just so much power in shifting the way you decide to see people and see events, because when you shift the way you think about those things, you can come up with wonderful solutions and you can make a really big difference just by doing this thing. And this thing that I call interpretation management, which kind of sounds like a boring business tool in my opinion, but whatever, you can call it whatever. Just learning the art of learning how to manage your interpretations and decide whether or not you want to feel good about a situation, and feel good about it just by shifting the way you see it. Because at the end of the day, you cannot control the world. You can't control the people. Like, I couldn't control this woman's anxiety or the way she was acting towards people. Can't control that. The only thing I could ever control, the only thing we could ever control, is our interpretations of those external events, of the meaning we associate, we assign these things in our lives. That is our control. So I really encourage you to take this tool, this interpretation management tool, and use it to your own advantage and use it in your workplace. Because the truth is, this is pretty easy because we do it all the time. It's just a matter of consciously realizing, oh, I could use it in the situation where I'm feeling a lot of dread, instead of thinking that you're going to be stuck in your misery. Once you believe that you can change something about your situation, you will find the solution. But if you decide you want to be stuck and you want to stay angry and you want to stay pissed off about something that happened at work, then you will stay pissed off. But try it, because again, you use this all the time. For example, you might have a friend that you at first did not like because of the way you were interpreting this person. But then when you decided to talk to her and get to know her, you naturally assigned a different meaning to her, and you ended up liking her and you ended up being really good friends with this person. So we do this all the time. We change the way we feel about all these things. We change the way how we feel about a workout. Sometimes when a workout is new and fresh, we hate doing it. But then as we get good at it, we assign a different meaning to this workout. like, ooh, yeah, doing these crunches will make me super strong and it makes me feel super confident. And we decide to assign that a different meaning, and all of a sudden we enjoy it a lot more. So use this in your life because it can make the biggest difference in areas, not only in your career, but in your life where you feel like you're struggling a little bit and you're struggling to motivate yourself to do something. And again, it's not about staying in the job that you're in. If you want to leave a job, that's fine. But this is just about changing your life and changing the way you feel right now without having to go out and get a new job. So I hope you guys really put this to practice, because the more you can do it and the more you can get this into the little dark crevices of your life where you are just stuck in negativity, it will really change your life, and the better and easier it'll be for you to do this instantly. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you go and use this tool for yourself, because at the end of the day, and I'm going to say this again, we can't control the world. We can only control our interpretations of the world and the meaning we assign the world. And that's where our power is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I truly, truly love helping people who are in their 20s, who are struggling to find empowerment and clarity in their lives and careers. And it would be the greatest privilege for me to have the opportunity to be your coach, your life coach, your empowerment coach, whatever you want to call it. Because I really, truly am so passionate about finding ways that we can feel better about our situation right now. We don't have to wait until retirement. We don't have to wait until we're more established or we have more experience. I believe we can access all the fun and excitement and clarity right now without having to really change any of this external stuff, because it's all about you, and it's all about changing you first. And then when you change yourself, you will find that the world will change around you. So please go to, I can't even say my own website, go to quarterlifecreative.com and book your free first session with me, Gretchen, as your coach, because I truly want you to succeed. Your successes are my successes, and that's what I'm here for. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you later.